Well, that's a good start to the projects with this July Cocoa Daisy kit. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I have my entire regular planner kit with my standard traveler's notebook cover. I did take the cardstock one off, and I think this is going to look great with this paper. So we're going to go ahead and get started on making a cover for my standard TN. And I wanted to incorporate this. So I think this is super cute. And I was thinking of some way of dangling it off here. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my hole punch and get a hole punch there real quick. And then I'm going to reinforce it with the reinforcers that come in the main planner kit on the stickers. This is just your standard 1/4 inch hole punch. And then they coordinate very well with this, so I can pick them so they can match and you won't even know that's there. All right, I'm gonna leave that be for now, but I'm gonna, because I really like the way this looks, I'm gonna go ahead and continue that down, notching it, but I don't necessarily need, I don't need the holes. So I'm just gonna, and I don't have to like get my hole punch in there. I could just fold the paper over. So I'm gonna get this going here. I'm just approximating. It may not be perfect, but again, these are just decorative. And I just am counting how many more I could do. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that'll work out great. Let's do, instead of 6, we'll do a few more here. And let's go ahead and use those ring reinforcers. I don't need to use them on the back side because I'm really not reinforcing anything. I'm just going to use them in the front side. I don't use these ring reinforcers very much unless I'm using them to have decoration like now, but I can only imagine having a ring binder, and these come in very handy. I'll do this last one color here, see what that looks like when I fold it. Make sure they're good and flattened. I like that. It kind of has this really cute edge. Because I am not going to renumber or order the pages, I'm just going to use it as is this month. That's my plan anyway. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I can fold this over. I like the two different colors, and I like the way that looks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fold this top portion at 4 1/4, if I remember correctly. Let's do 4 1/2. Let's do 4 1/2. So at 4 1/2, I've got this ruler that I can see through, and I'll just kind of start folding it up like this, and then I can fold it over, and it works great. Looks like that's upside down. No, it's not at all. All right, so that is what I'm going to do here, and then I can, that looks like a good idea. And then I'm going to put a little piece of paper behind here, and that way it'll pop up off the paper just a little bit better. If I did something like that, or I love this paper, that would look good. Nice little pop of color. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with the back. Should I fold it on the inside? I love this little sentiment here though. So I don't wanna get rid of it necessarily. I think I'm just gonna chop it off and use it for something else later. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I do have my flat rotary cutter mat and my rotary cutter, and I'm just gonna make sure I don't cut that flat, cut that off altogether. And then, because this is a 3x4 card, I'm gonna cut it 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. But I really love this part, so I'm gonna make sure I cut over here. But I think the backside just goes so much better with the colorways I have here. I might even not even use this. This looks stunning and stellar just as it is. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's do that. I was gonna make this a pocket, but right on reflection, I think I'm going to be using this as a pocket, and then I'll put this in here and as another element or a layer here. And then I'm going to stick this down here. I think that's what, see, all of this usually comes together serendipitously. I'm gonna go ahead and figure out where the top is yet once more. Let's do this. And I can use this pocket for lots of different things, but right now I love this card calendar, and that is what I'm going to use it for. Fold that over, make sure it's nice and tight. This one goes right here in the middle. Center it with that, those three. Mostly straight. And then this will go here as a quick little pocket. And I'm gonna use my decal down here, thinking that this edge needs something. Maybe I'm just delusional. Let me pull this out. This is the piece of paper trimming off the top of here. Normally I don't worry about this, but somehow it just feels a little off. And yes, I know that there's a little fold right here. I don't really care. Doesn't bother me one bit. Of course, I always put tape on my working surface. I think it's because I need to balance out these on this side, and that is exactly what I did. I said it wasn't going to bother me, but it kind of bothers me. So let's put this Mariner's Compass here in this corner. Again, stickers from the main planner kit. And now that I have two elements, I probably need one more just to even things all out. In the end, just go ahead and put the starfish right there. All right, that is the front of my traveler's notebook. Oh, that looks smashing. I really like the way that turned out, and I can always use this pocket for something else. Whatever floats my boat. That's the cool part about it. I do have one last thing I need to do. The whole point of those cute little holes in the side was to have a little something something hanging off the edge here. So let's go ahead and add this little notepad. It is a notepad that you could just rip off whenever you need to. I think it looks cute. And it's going to look even better in my traveler's notebook, which I do have right here. I'm gonna go ahead and slip it in right here underneath the last elastic. And it just adds another layer of whimsy to my traveler's notebook without any extra work. I love that. It looks super cute, super stunning. And if I wanted to tuck it inside, I certainly can. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I had a blast, and I hope you do too. Good luck, and I hope to see you around next time with another video right here on my channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.